Hi guys, welcome to Razon.com. This is Mohit Soni, and what you are looking at kind of needs no introduction. It has been an internet sensation since it was launched earlier this week. This is the Honda CB350. What's also called is the Honda Highness. It's got a Highness badge over the CB350, and that's how it looks like. And just look at this motorcycle. It just reminds you of the 80s movie that we all have seen, and we've all seen that and grown throughout these times. And this motorcycle has finally come to life in a 350cc version in India for the first time. This is making its world premiere here, and it is very good looking motorcycle. It's one of the best retro modern motorcycles to come out from an international manufacturer, and that too in India. And what you can see here is exemplary quality, fit finish that is synonymous with Honda. So that's how the chrome parts look like. Look at the welds and the way they are finished. It is pretty impressive. You've got these age-old looking like shocks, good dose of aluminium colors here. That's the all impressive exhaust. Looks good, sounds good as well. Let's start it up, because clearly we just want to hear this motorcycle. Yep, that is how the Highness CB350 idles. Yep, that was the most important part, and that's how it was supposed to be dealt with ASAP. Just look at this front headlamp here. It looks very retro, very modern, with this round headlamp and LEDs entirely. Even this is LED, but they've given it this retro effect here. It looks very impressive. I particularly love the way how the front mudguard has been done here. It's got this black clamp, looks very impressive. Look at how all the wiring has been concealed really well. You've got these chrome horn covers here, and the most important part to me at least is this amazing looking tank. The way it comes out in this dual color scheme, it just looks very impressive indeed. Like I say, fit finish and quality is good, apart from this one rather exposed wiring. I think that can be taken care of easily. Let's jump to the all new switchgear. Honda has again made sure that everything is all new. It does look like the old switchgear, but it has been reimagined for this motorcycle, so it gets that piano black sort of finish, but after all it's just metallic paint here as well. This is the switchgear where you can control this very impressive, very retro modern looking instrument cluster. I like the way how it looks, and it just fits the motorcycle's overall look and demeanor really well. As you can see, this is the button here. You can see trip, average, 2 trip meters, and yeah, you've seen the time, you've seen the fuel economy. There's a gear shift indicator here as well. That's the Honda selectable torque control, which is on right now. That's the engine light, ABS, eco mode. It's not a mode exactly. When you are driving normally, this light will come up. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. We've not ridden the bike yet. That's the side stand, that's the high beam, and it's a really job well done. It's got enough let's say features on board as well. And this is the DLX big version, the higher spec version. You have buttons here as well to see the total trip meters and fuel economy and everything, and this button here will help you reset it. Let me show you the front again. Looks really impressive. This clearly is an all around package. It's not just the design, it's not just the engine, uh, it's not just the sound, it's everything coming together really well. What's promising is this a single down tube chassis. It looks like a very beefy chassis here. It gets good thick forks at the front. The shocks, they are not nitro charged or anything like that. They are normal shocks. They are available for adjustment, and that is how the seat is. Looks very big, very comfortable. There's a very simple grab rail here. It could have been much more fancier, but then it would have not gone with the overall retro styling that this motorcycle has to offer. That is the rear. Again, very retro, very modern. Those are the alloy wheels, and yeah, the most important part is it's got a 800 seat height, which should be very easy for people, let's say with 5'4" or 5'6" height, also to get their feet down almost well. And that is going to make this motorcycle much more accessible to a larger audience. What it also promises to be is a lot of fun to ride. It's got 21 PS of power, 13 newton meters of torque, and just a curb weight of 181 kilos. It's mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Assuming this is a Honda, the clutch is going to be light, the gearbox is going to be good, the riding experience is going to be pretty amazing, along with that all important soundtrack. The pricing, we know it's going to start around 1.9 lakhs, and I think that is good pricing to begin with. And what this motorcycle is here is clearly here to challenge the Royal Enfield 350 along with the Java, and to a certain extent other motorcycles like the Mahindra Mojo and the Dominar 250 or the 400, whichever you like to compare with power or displacement, it's up to you. But this motorcycle is clearly here to shake up the segment. It is a Honda, it's going to be reliable, it's going to be easy to ride, it looks really good. It's just, for me, it's just come out of, this motorcycle has just come out of the movies of the 80s. It just looks fantastic. The attention to detail, fit, finish, quality, everything looks just nice. You've never got a package like this in a retro motorcycle before. That's what makes this the CB350 very interesting. We're very keen to know what's it like to ride once we will in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. Still want to ask us anything, put it in the comment section below. Like this video, and see you next time. Goodbye.